This is English shorthand dictation number 224 and the dictation speed is 120 words per minute. Ready? Start. Madam Speaker, very rarely we ask for a discussion under adjournment motion. Normally we do not ask for it. In the last budget session, the entire opposition demanded it, considering the way the prices of essential commodities were increasing day by day. During the last 26 days, inflation of food articles never touched 20%. But in the month of February, it touched 20%. And that is why the entire opposition demanded that there should be a discussion under adjournment motion. We accepted your ruling. We agreed for a discussion under Rule 193. We had 3 discussions during the 15th Lok Sabha under Rule 193. In last 1 year, I also referred to the earlier UPA government. But during this period, the UPA government has not taken any concrete measures to contain and control the prices of essential commodities. Considering the way in which the government has increased the prices of LPG and kerosene, we used to extend outside support to the government. We did not allow the UPA government to touch the price of kerosene in the last 5 years. Madam, now the price of kerosene has been increased by rupees 3 and the price of LPG has been increased by rupees 35. Moreover, the price of petrol has been deregulated. The Honorable Prime Minister has stated that it will not confine only to petrol, but the price of diesel will also be regulated. That means the people of the country are being pushed at the mercy of international market. The domestic price of petrol will now depend on international price of petroleum products. Madam, your ruling on our notice was that it should be of a definite nature because Rule 58 stipulates certain conditions. There are mainly 2 conditions. Your consent and not the government's consent is required for it. Madam, you have to take a decision on this matter. It should be of a definite nature, of urgent public importance, and of recent occurrence. The prices of petrol, diesel, cooking gas, and kerosene have been increased very recently. It has its cascading effects on other items. There are precedents of allowing discussion under adjournment motion on the issue of rising prices of essential commodities. I can cite many examples. The reason why we are asking for an adjournment motion is that we want a definite reply from the government as to why the government has failed to contain and control the rising prices of essential commodities. Millions of people are forced to go to bed hungry, whereas lakhs of tons of wheat and rice are rotting in the godowns. Rising the prices of essential commodities, including that of petroleum products, was the decision of the government. The government's contention is that this is not the responsibility of the central government alone, and that the state governments are also responsible for that. But where is the role of the state governments in increasing the prices of petrol, diesel, cooking gas, and kerosene? The state governments have no role to play in that. It is the sole responsibility of the central government. You have to realize the condition of the people. You have seen the anger of the people on 5th July. The strike of 5th July was a spontaneous reaction. Millions of people came out on the streets to protest against the anti-people policy of this government. The government should realize the anger of the people. As public representatives, we should be allowed to raise this issue only under the adjournment motion. Of course, we have other forms of discussion like discussion under Rule 193 and Rule 184. But we are asking for a discussion only under adjournment motion because we want to censor this government. Our motive is not to destabilize this government. Why are they afraid of the adjournment motion? They have the majority. We want to criticize this government because of its anti-people policies. It is the greatest failure of this government. How is the inflation rate increasing? The Honorable Prime Minister is saying that we will have to wait up to December. The Honorable Minister of Finance said that within 2 months the prices would be moderated. But there is no effect on the prices of essential commodities. Madam, as there is no other issue so urgent and so important than this, the entire opposition is urging you to give your consent. Though it is provided under the rules, yet we rarely exercise this power. That is why we sincerely request you to give your consent today itself, so that the discussion under adjournment motion can be started immediately. Madam Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to say a few words as to why we have given the notice for the adjournment motion. Madam, recently the Honorable Minister of Finance has said that there is an increase in the growth rate in the economy. I do not think that there is any increase in the growth rate in the economy. There is actually growth of inflation in the country which is taking place now. It is because of the wrong policies followed by the present government that there is an inflationary condition in the economy. The prices of all the essential commodities have increased. Madam, we have come here to express the views of the people. It is the highest forum. We are the elected representatives of the people. We have to express the feelings of the people. The people are feeling that prices are increasing day by day. Even if you take the price of salt, it has increased 10 times now. This is the actual condition. Apart from that, the government has recently increased the prices of petrol, diesel, kerosene and LPG. The rate of inflation is also increasing. Madam, the vehicle owners, especially lorry owners, have given the notice for strike. This is definitely going to affect the whole economy. Therefore, I would request the government to reconsider rolling back the prices of petrol, diesel and kerosene because it is affecting the common man. We have to look after the common man. Therefore, it is the duty of the government to see that the prices of petrol, diesel, kerosene and LPG are reduced. For that only we have given notice of an adjournment motion. Please consider our request for adjourning the listed business and taking up this very important issue. Madam, if we are allowed to discuss the subject, we shall do it in a more detailed way. We are only pleading with the presiding officer to kindly accept the adjournment motion. Madam, you are the only person who can allow or disallow it. Under the rules, there are two conditions. One is the recent occurrence, another is the emergent situation. Not only should it be recent, but also it has to be emergent. I leave it to my honorable colleagues to believe whether the hike in prices gives rise to an extraordinary situation. I leave it to your judgment. Parliamentary rules provide that if an extraordinary situation arises, there is an extraordinary way to raise that in Parliament. It is in the rule book. The extraordinary situation should be dealt with in Parliament in an extraordinary way.